Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you? Okay, right?
Yeah, I'm good because yesterday was an official holiday, so
Yes.
yeah, I'm relaxed, and I don't. So, my most of my colleagues are taking holiday, so paid vacation for today. So there less messages to me, and yeah, mm, so more relaxed compared to
Really? Mm.
ordinary Friday.
Mm. Okay, and do you visit some of your relatives' grave? Is that in cemetery? Is that the
Sorry, can you say again?
uh the holiday? Yesterday is
Yeah,
holiday,
yeah, that's
right?
right, that's
And
right.
you celebrate the
Yeah,
springtime.
that's right. So spring.
Mm.
I'm not sure it's actually spring now, but yeah. So officially speaking, it is yes celebrating. It is a day for celebrating the upcoming or coming spring.
Spring. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now,
Mhm.
let's start the lesson. You chose daily news, the rise of social saunas, how Britain is redefining communal bathing. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, now let's move on to words and phrases. Let's have the first word.
Intimate.
Intimate.
Intimate is an adjective, private and personal in a way that creates a warm and close atmosphere. Sample sentence.
They had an intimate dinner with close friends.
They had an intimate dinner with close friends.
Okay, and next.
Communal.
Communal.
Communal is an adjective shared by a group of people, especially those who live together. Sample sentence.
There is a communal garden in the neighborhood.
There is a communal garden in the neighborhood.
Okay, next.
Embrace.
Embrace.
Embrace is a verb to accept an idea, belief, or a way of doing something with enthusiasm. Sample sentence.
Many people embrace change when they see its benefits.
Many people embrace change when they see its benefits.
Okay, next.
Essential oil.
Essential oil.
Essential oil is a noun, a natural oil with a strong smell that is taken from a plant and used in perfumes or for health purposes. Sample sentence.
Some people put essential oils in a diffuser to make their home smell nice.
Some people put essential oils in a diffuser to make their home smell nice.
Okay, next.
Exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
Exhilarating is an adjective making you feel very happy, excited, and full of energy. Sample sentence.
Hiking to the top of the mountain was an exhilarating adventure.
Hiking to the top of the mountain was an exhilarating adventure.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hmm.
Now let's move on to comprehension. The questions that you will have to answer later. Number one, what is the traditional British attitude towards social bathing? What is the traditional British attitude towards social bathing? Number two, how do young British people enhance their sauna experience? How do young British people enhance their sauna experience? And last question, why does Callum Henrich believes sauna bathing is beneficial? Okay, now let's move on to listen to the article. I'll play the audio now.
The rise of social saunas. How Britain is redefining communal bathing. Saunas have long been connected with Scandinavia, and although most big gyms and sports centers have saunas in the UK, there are usually only a few people in the sauna at once. However, a new trend has hit the country. It started in London and is slowly moving outward from the capital city. Sauna bathing, with as many as a dozen people sweating together in a small room at 90 degrees Celsius, is gaining popularity. Bathers wear swimming costumes and sit close together with other people while they sweat out the toxins in their bodies together. Social bathing is not a tradition in the UK. People are generally very private about bathing and do not like taking a bath with people they do not know. It is generally considered to be a very intimate experience not usually shared with strangers. The Scandinavians, the Japanese, and Native Americans, on the other hand, have a long tradition of communal bathing. But now that the Brits have embraced the process, they have taken it one step further. Young British people in their 20s and 30s are combining the sauna experience with listening to music, poetry reading, drinking non-alcoholic cocktails, and using essential oils to enhance the experience further. And in some places, there is an ice bath next to the sauna, so people can alternate between the two. Users say the experience is exhilarating. Callum Heinrich, who attends a sauna bath twice a week, says it resets the brain and is the best thing for mental health. In the past 2 years, the number of these saunas has increased from only 45 to 147.
Okay, do you want to listen again to
Yes,
the audio?
please. Yes, please.
Okay, I'll play it again.
The rise of social saunas. How Britain is redefining communal bathing. Saunas have long been connected with Scandinavia, and although most big gyms and sports centers have saunas in the UK, there are usually only a few people in the sauna at once. However, a new trend has hit the country. It started in London and is slowly moving outward from the capital city. Sauna bathing, with as many as a dozen people sweating together in a small room at 90 degrees Celsius, is gaining popularity. Bathers wear swimming costumes and sit close together with other people while they sweat out the toxins in their bodies together. Social bathing is not a tradition in the UK. People are generally very private about bathing and do not like taking a bath with people they do not know. It is generally considered to be a very intimate experience not usually shared with strangers. The Scandinavians, the Japanese, and Native Americans, on the other hand, have a long tradition of communal bathing. But now that the Brits have embraced the process, they have taken it one step further. Young British people in their 20s and 30s are combining the sauna experience with listening to music, poetry reading, drinking non-alcoholic cocktails, and using essential oils to enhance the experience further. And in some places, there is an ice bath next to the sauna, so people can alternate between the two. Users say the experience is exhilarating. Callum Heinrich, who attends a sauna bath twice a week, says it resets the brain and is the best thing for mental health. In the past 2 years, the number of these saunas has increased from only 45 to 147.
Okay, now let's move on to answer the question. Number 1, what is the traditional British attitude towards social bathing?
Yes, people are traditionally don't like taking a bath with people they do not know.
Okay, that's correct. And number 2, how do young British people enhance their sauna experience?
Young people enhance their sauna experiences by using by providing users with listening to music and poetry reading, drinking non-alcohol cocktails, and using essential oils.
Okay, that's right. And last question, why does Callum Henrik believe sauna bathing is beneficial?
Because he because he believes it resets the brain and it's the best thing for mental health.
Okay, that's correct. Now let's move on to read out. Please read the news article.
Okay. The rise of social saunas. How Britain is redefining communal bathing. Bathing. Okay. Saunas have long been connected with Scandinavia, and although Most big gyms and sports centers have saunas in the UK. There are usually only a few people in the sauna at once. However, a new trend has hit the country. It started in London and is slowly moving outward from the capital city. Sauna bathing, with as many as a dozen people sweating together in a small room at 90 degrees Celsius, is gaining popularity. Bathers wear swimming costumes and sit close together with other people while they sweat out the toxins in their bodies together. Social bathing is not a traditional tradition in the UK. People are generally very private about bathing and do not like taking a bath with people they do not know. It is generally considered to be a very intimate experience not usually shared with strangers. The Scandinavians, the Japanese, and Native Americans, on the other hand, have a long tradition of communal bathing. But now that the Brits have embraced the process, they have taken it one step further. Young British people in their 20s and 30s are combining the sauna experience with listening to music, poetry reading, drinking non-alcoholic cocktails, and using essential oils to enhance the experience further. And in some places, there is an bath next to the sauna, so people can alternate between the two. Users say the experience is exhilarating. Callum Henrich, who attends a sauna bath twice a week, says it resets the brain and is the best thing for mental health. In the past 2 years, the number of these saunas has increased from only 45 to 147.
Okay, thank you so much. You have a great pronunciation.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, now let's move on to discussion. Question number one. Were
Mhm.
you surprised to hear that British people don't like communal bathing? Why do you feel this way?
Mm, yes. Yes, I was surprised a little bit because, like this article mentioned in Japan, so a communal bathing, or like just hot spring is very common, and we are very used to using that mm, facilities in our daily life. So yeah, I have never thought about the perspectives from other countries people. So yeah, I was a little bit surprised.
Yes. And also, okay, in Japan, do you
Mhm.
usually going to some sauna?
Not so often, yeah, because
Mm.
sauna is recently very a little bit expensive.
Mm.
So yeah, and yeah, so yeah, sometimes I actually use sauna just for refreshing, but some of my friends are actually sort of addicted, you know.
Mm. Sound.
They experience in the
Mm.
sauna, but I can't be like that. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Thank you. Now let's move on to question number two. Would you like to attend a sauna bathing disco or poetry reading where you could drink non-alcoholic cocktails? Why or why not is that the case?
Um, I wouldn't like to, attend the sauna bathing disco or
Mm.
poetry reading. But I want to try. I can drinking non-alcoholic cocktails. is worth a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, but so in Japan, chatting in the sauna space is generally banned or prohibited, because so the users wanna focus on themselves. So yeah, if we conversate in that area, the other users um, said me something, yeah, like be quiet or yeah, something like that. So it's a little bit different culture from our
Yes,
our perspective. Yeah, sauna. So
Okay.
the
And
space,
if
yeah, the space
okay,
is very very quiet. Like
why?
I learned the expression. Like you could hear a pin drop. Yeah, so in the sauna in Japan, you could hear a pin drop.
Ah, okay. That it's so quiet.
Yeah,
It means that it's so quiet.
yeah, completely quiet, and we can watch the commonly our Japanese sauna has a TV monitor in the sauna space, so everyone watches TV shows quietly. No sound,
No
only
sounds.
only movie, so without
Ooh.
sound. So we watch the TV shows quietly.
Which- Ah, okay. Thank you so much for that.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's move on to question number 3. Would you agree that younger British people are more open to trying things? Why or why not?
Yes, I don't agree that. Considering this article, so 20s and 30s are creating some ways to enjoy public bathing, communal bathing. So they like they broke the cultural hurdle by combining some enjoyment into um, previous or traditional cultures. So I think so in every country, especially the younger generations start new things. So yeah, I just say in every country this is the case.
It's like the some people are open.
Mm-hmm.
The openness comes from a combination of factors of social media, which exposes people to
Mm-hmm.
new ideas and trends.
Yeah, that's right. So
Mm.
those technologies assist our new ideas or something like that.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to question number 4. Which would you prepare? A traditional Japanese onsen
Mm-hmm.
or a sauna bathing disco in London?
Mm. I prefer. Honestly, I prefer a traditional Japanese onsen because I think it's more relaxed space. Yeah, because no, not like disco, just enjoying so quiet bathing, like surrounded by the natures, like trees or some gardens or something like that. So I like that. I like so those Japanese like space because it's more comfortable to stay and I can be relaxed at that space. So,
Mm.
but I can imagine how we can enjoy the disco during the taking a sauna.
Yes, yes. The main purpose of sauna is to make you relax, right?
Yeah, that's right.
After a long day. And this type of sauna bathing disco in London, it's like that you are enjoying with partying people.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah, well, so I want to enjoy the disco outside of sauna actually.
mm.
So
Okay.
and so in the disco situation, people tend to stay in the sauna longer time compared to normal sauna. So some troubles may happen. I think like
Yes.
to stay in the space too longer, or
Mm. Okay, maybe when you visit London, you want to experience that a sauna bathing.
Yes, if I have the chance to
Mm.
go to London, I want to try, and yeah, it's worth a shot. I think
Mm.
only
Yeah.
only a shot.
Yes. Only one time. Okay, now let's move on to number 5. Do you prefer taking a bath or a shower? Why is that your preference?
This is easy question, and I prefer taking a bath because
Mm.
yeah, so the period I'm in the bathtub is sort of me time,
Mm.
So always I take my smartphone with me when I taking a bath, and I stay in the bathtub for 30 minutes or so. So and I watch YouTube videos randomly, and yeah, so the time is my very relaxing period for me. So I can't imagine without taking a bath.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it's more it's like more fulfilling when you take a
Yes,
because
really.
okay, thank you. Now let's move on to question number 6. Do you think this trend of sauna bathing will keep growing in the future? Why do you think?
Mm, I don't think so because I'm not sure whether actually taking a sauna is good for our health. Because taking sauna, when taking a sauna, uh, I I need to uh, be in the high temperature space, and after that, I need to the very cold water. I need to be in the cold water mm, for some period, and yeah, so it is said that repeating three sets to three sets like hot temperatures and yeah, so cold water. Um, so I think that causes mm, some
Mm.
troubles, issues in our bodies.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes, it's
confident.
true. And sometimes you privacy concern because you are taking a sauna bathing with other people, right? And
Yeah.
and health concerns that when you for some people the intense heat or rapid temperature
Yeah, 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 yeah.
as after that you will jump into the ice bath.
Mhm.
It's like I think it's not suitable, especially if they have a health condition problem.
Yes. So that sounds very strange to me because that the temperatures gap is very large. So I can believe that is good for our health.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's okay. Thank you so much for taking my class, and you're
Yes.
so insightful.
Mhm.
Every time we talk, you have a great idea.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye bye.